Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to run the Stein actions, and at the end of the video I'm going to show you a couple of problems that you might encounter with your PNG designs and how you can quickly fix that. So it doesn't matter if you're on Windows or Mac, running the actions is exactly the same. The only difference is where you go to your main folder. So if you're on Windows, that's going to be in your C drive, but I'm on Mac here, so I'm on my desktop. So I'll just back that up. So you should have a folder on your desktop if you're on Mac called designsforpod.com actions. If you're on Windows, you can look in the side menu there and go to your C drive to find this folder. So first thing you need to do is open up your Art PSD. It's the 2800 by 3200 one. You can double click it, you can right click and open with. I'm just going to double click it. Or within Photoshop you can go to File, Open, and then browse your computer for it. You'll need to make sure you got your layers panel open over here and your actions panel. To see your layers, just go to Window, make sure you got layers checked, and you can uncheck anything between 3D and version history. You'll see actions is checked there, but you can also click these tiny little, there's two little tiny arrows there which will expand that. Okay, so you should have your actions installed. I might note as well, you only need, it runs off the 2800 by 3200 save art actions, so if you've already got other sets of my actions, you only need one of these to use this one. Okay, once you've got your layers showing over here, you may get an exclamation mark on this layer here, which is just telling you the font is not installed. So don't worry about that, just turn it off, because it's just a placeholder that says your design here, so you don't actually need that font at all. So once you've got your blank canvas here on your art template, all you need to do is grab a design, and the easiest thing to do is just drag and drop your design in. Okay, now it needs to be a PNG with a transparent background. Once you drag and drop it in, it will be in free transform, which means you get these square handles at the corners. And you'll notice on this design we've got a lot of transparent area here from where the design is. So every design will be different, but what you want to do is just drag it out so that your design fills up as much of the canvas area as possible. When you can see there's just transparency outside there. Okay, so just take it design by design, press return or enter once you're happy with the positioning, and then highlight the save art action and the Stein action. You can just hold down shift to highlight them both, and if you've got multiple actions installed that run off this 2800 art, you can hold down command as well and highlight whichever sets you want, because if you bought more sets from me you may have a whole list of sets here. So you can just hold down command on Mac or control on Windows and click the ones you want. Once you highlighted both of those, scroll to the bottom and hit this play button down here, and the action will begin to run, and then we can come back over to our published folder here and look in the Stein folder. Again, you may have multiple folders there, and you can see it's beginning to run the action now. Once it gets going, it will be flying. Okay, now this one, I made this one so it does black and whites as well as the colored ones. So the lifestyle shots do the black and whites, so you can pick and choose which ones you want to use. I love this black and white look because it really makes the product stand out, but if you want the colored look you can go for it as well. You've got one solid white background, or almost solid white background, and then you got one or two with a black background, one with a couple of little props there, and one with just a straight plain black background. Okay, so we'll just let those run, and then I'll show you a problem that you may well encounter. Hopefully these won't take long. Usually they run a little bit quicker than this. Sometimes Camtasia, my recording software, can slow it down. Other times the cache, because I use Photoshop a lot, the cache gets clogged up. So these should only take a few seconds to run really, and it's on the last one now. Okay, boom, that's run. Okay, so I'm just going to show you now, so that's how to run them. I'm just going to show you a problem that you may well encounter with your PNGs. If I use this one here, just drag this one in a second. Okay, fact, this is not the best example. Let's use this one here instead. That's also not a good example. I'm just going to pause the video for a minute and find you a good example to show you. Okay, I think I've got one here that will work now. So I'm just going to drag this one in and drop it in. So what will happen with some of your designs is they're going to have solid solid color here. So what I'll do is run it again and I'll show you what I mean as this starts to run. Okay, so you can see on this design the floral area here is just all solid, so there was a lot of detail in that. And what I'll do is show you a super quick fix that you can do. It won't work on all designs, but it'll work on a lot of them. So what I'll do is just pause it for a minute, let this action run, and then I'll show you how you can fix that. Okay, that's just ran. So what you can do with your PNGs, if you come up, I mean you may have the PSD, which would be fine, but if you've only got the PNG, what we can do is on the layer here, you'll see it's got this little icon in the bottom corner. That means we need to rasterize this layer. So we can right click on this layer and hit rasterize layer like that. You can then select the magic wand tool, which is 1, 2, 3, the fourth one down. You may need to right click on it if it's on one of these and just select magic wand. And then up here we've got these icons, so you can see there's one that looks like two squares joined together. That means we can select multiple areas and it will just keep highlighting different areas. And if I do that, what I'm going to do is zoom in. I'm just using 2 fingers on my trackpad, and I think you can use command or control and the plus icons for that as well, but I'm just going to click in there, click again. You can see it's highlighting these areas. Click, 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 click. Every design is different. Some are really easy to do, some have got a lot more detail. So you can see I've highlighted all those areas. Then I'm going to press Command X, or it's Control X on Windows, and it just removes all that detail. So you can just keep clicking away. Now there's quite a bit of detail in this. Sometimes it's just a little bit of text you want to clean up. Sometimes it's one click and it's all done. It just depends design to design on what's in there. Okay, so I'm just going to remove those. So you get the idea. I'm not going to remove it all, but you get the idea. So essentially all you need to do is rasterize the layer, select your magic wand tool, choose this icon at the top, and then click the areas you want to remove, and then press Command or Control X, and then you can run any design through this set of actions. Okay, thanks guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.